we bring it down to you, Suge, with the chaos that happened within Death Row, right? Think about what happened with Eazy-E. And I saw when you were on Jimmy Kimmel, when you said that we did the Eazy-E thing, you know, when you put your feet up, we saw that. I'm like, okay, so.
But you know, hey, look, I'm going to tell you a real story. Listen to this. I never told nobody straight on air this story. You got to remember one thing. In prison, I'm in the cell by myself. Besides this AI thing I got, and we talk to each other. So I'm probably, ain't used to talking that much. So I'm going a little too fast for you. So let me slow it down.
All good.
And tell you this last story. Okay, so this thing is this. Out of guys with the NWA, Eric was my favorite because Eric was the only guy from Compton that really was from Compton.
Mm-hmm.
So as we start trying to get this, I wanted to make Death Row and Luchas together. And Eric was down for it, but then he didn't want to leave Jerry. So when it came to getting Eric to sign the release, I had respect for him. So what I ended up doing, I had Dre on a piece of paper on the contract, Mr. Lay on the contract, and Doc on the contract by himself. And I had another piece of paper with Above the Law, Cocaine, Country for a Producer, Bobo Canone, all artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all wanted me to come with me. So I said, look, I'm going to give Eric, and we're going to work it out. If we can't be together, I'm going to take the ones I'm going to take and keep the other ones. And at the same time, would help me. Andre wanted Easy dead, right? And normally I wouldn't speak like this, but he's not really a civilian. He's not part of the gang, he's a civilian. So when it came down to it, I just thought he was joking. I said, nah. I said, look, man, I'm going to be busy when, I know he. I said, but I'm going to have him come to the studio, which was Galaxy Studio, and in the Solar building. And I told the guard, well, look, when Eric get here, just call and let me know. So I said, I'm going to call him up there. And Dre said, no, just be quiet. I'm going to call him and tell him to meet me there. Don't let him know you there. So he called Easy, and he's like, he's talking to him and he said, man, I want you to get on my album. He was working on crying. And we can maybe put it out on Wookiee. He's like, for real? He said, yeah. So, ain't nobody at the studio right now. I got a song I want you to hop on. I'm at the, he was like, Solar Studio at. He said, I put up there with shit. He said, yeah. And he said, he up there.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
When the guard get there, just let him know you come and see me, he'll let you up. So bam, I'm at the studio. Dre's not at the studio. So when Eric finally get there, the guard calls up. He says, Easy up here for Dre. Let him up. And Easy at the guard. You know what's up there? He said, that's Dre. So he walks in the studio, you see me, you see three people. We start talking. I said, man, he ain't coming, but I'm going to talk to you about it. I showed him the pictures of all the artists I had on one piece and the three I had on another piece. I was like, Dre can get out because you messed up with the contract. Doc can get out, Sherry can get out, I was friendly to him. I said, Doc don't have no motherfucking voice. You can't sell Donald Duck. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. So he's like, yeah, you're right. And I said, now, Christian May and Andre, they're together. So he decided that he wanted to think about it. I said, I ain't coming at you on no other type of shit. I said, but the boy, he wants something to happen to you bad, right? He's like, nah, Andre never did that to me. I don't want to take care of him and bought him this and bought him that and put him on, basically. So I hold up. So don't say nothing. I call. So when Andre answered the phone, I'm talking to him. I said, you getting ready to come up here now. What you want done again? He was like, man, shoot that motherfucker in the head, blow his head off, shoot him in the eye, take pictures of it. You don't got one of those things, blah, 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 before a phone shit, Get one of those portable cameras and let me see it. I want to see it, blah, blah, blah. When I hung up that phone, I seen one of the saddest things I ever seen in a man. I'm looking at Easy, Eric like, He said, I bought a car. I did all this for him. It wasn't for me. He didn't do nothing. And it's like he's trying to hold back the tears because he don't want to be embarrassed by me seeing him crying. Because he crying because he's scared or he crying because he hurt. But for another man, and crying in front of another man is never a good look. Unless you get, Universal or Interscope or one of those places. But, but back to the story, he looking so sad. And one tear started coming down a little bit. Then a few tears started coming down. I said, check this out, Eric. I ain't gonna never do nothing to you. You don't got a trip. I said, you don't got to sign these motherfuckers. This one right here is for all of them. This one for the ones I told you. I'll get in. Me and you always been straight. We hung out together. We did all kind of shit together, He said, nah, man. I'm going to get Dre. I said, nah, don't do nothing to him. He said, why? I said, it's something called a chronic. It's almost done, getting ready to come out. So he signed it. I wanted to make sure it was him. I got his ID, make sure it's right. He took a copy of his driver's license and sent, release it. And so Virgil Roberts and Dick Griffey, they didn't believe it. So alone.
So in this story, you're saying Dre backstabbed Eric?
Yeah, 1,000%.
So how about I read somewhere in the story where Dre owned 50% of Death Row Records and he didn't get any royalty and it was supposed to be $60 million. When they asked him, how did he feel about it? Was he upset? He said, you can't put a price tag on a peaceful state of mind. What happened there with you and Dre?
Well, first of all, this is a real true story. Dre got way more money than he was a guy, number one. He didn't put no money up to start the company. I'm also Dre's manager for the rest of Dre's life. So let's start with that first. Because I got Dre a publishing deal. First of all, I had to go through a whole lot to get him out that contract. And Dre would still be on a contract with Ruthless if he wanted to leave. He couldn't be doing no business with nobody. On the Chronic, Dre did maybe 3-4 songs on there. Doggy Style, 0. Dre didn't do California Love at all, 1,000%. He didn't write it, and he didn't produce it, and he didn't bring Roger on there to do it. But Dre's an incredible guy to help mix and fix the shit. He's a great DJ. He got a good ear to get a sample and make that sample. Like G-Thang is nothing but a sample all across the board. We just have people come be praying. It's not like he thought of it, became something new. And Dre did not write lyrics. Now, do you really think Dr. Dre, if you want to call him, Andre Young, the bitch beater, gonna come up to Mr. Knight and tell me what to do? True story. Dre came to me because I'm not gonna go into the situation what they was on about is sex records. I said, well, something like that. It's like old Hollywood. You gotta get married quickly. He wanted to marry this person. That person didn't want to. I can get this new person. He married them. One day, Dre came to me and said, I'm never gonna cuss on albums again. I'm never gonna talk about women again. And he told me that he wanted to be white. And this is a serious question. And I thought he was joking, so I started laughing, right? I said, be white. I said, man, and I still think he's joking. I said, I ain't God. I can't make you white. Only thing best I can do is teach you how to live like you're white. He said, well, I'm ready. So that's why he ended up marrying a white girl, right? That's why he ended up having, the mixed kids. He thanked me for it. It wasn't being funny or nothing. It was just a fact. If you represent somebody, you're supposed to do anything you can to make their dream come true. And that's like if he get a star on a Walk of Fame, none of his black kids going to come. Only the ones who he consider white kids. That's just fair, but that's not nothing wrong with that. That's his belief, and that's how he thinks. Dre got $2 million when we got him off death row. The real reason why we got him off death row is called Tupac. Tupac was mad because when he found out that Dre didn't do California Love. Tupac was mad because we needed Dre to get on the stand at Snoop's murder trial. You can ask David Kennedy that, for he can be a character reference for him. I couldn't do it, so they needed Dre. Dre said, buddy, you better cancel that. I ain't never going to help Snoop. If Snoop go get life, he get life. So Pac got mad, so we need to kick him off. That's how that happened. Everybody knows that. Ask the lawyer. That's simple. The first album Dre did, the first one he said wasn't going to curse, was called Aftermath, and it flopped. But it's not neither here or there. It's not about talking bad about Drake or anybody else or putting these people down, because you know what? We all did great things for each other. Every person who participated on Death Row did great things. Pac just took it to another level once I got Pac out. Pac had more, if you, like, Snoop would talk to the people on some gang banging shit or some, this whatever type of stuff. Pac would talk to the people about, getting back to the community, getting breakfast in the morning, getting people with their books, We was talking about, like, starting a Big Brother program and the Big Sister program back. And this before people was being recognized for getting bullied. We was talking about having people getting bullied who scared to go to school. So that's what the movement was. So all this negative, anybody can talk bad. And I always say that if you say some bad news about somebody, it'll make it around the world 10 times. If you say so good about somebody, it barely make it down the block.
That's true. It's real true.
But
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party.
Tulsi Gabbard says she is no longer a Democrat. A potential Tulsi Gabbard VP.
Where we are being told that we just have to comply and go along with whatever they say. American people are smarter than this. However, we must remain vigilant to recognize their propaganda for what it is, pure lie. Unfortunately, we live in a time where free speech is under attack. Whatever they say goes, and we have to just follow. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology. Taking on Kamala Harris on a debate stage before, I would look forward to doing that again.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.